What a turn of events! Tony saw an opportunity when Hailie Deegan got fired. He stepped in quickly, taking advantage of the situation. Hailie, with her massive fan base, seemed like a perfect fit for his plans. Her social media presence could boost any team. Tony's actions are stirring up a lot of buzz in the racing world. In today's episode, we'll explore how Tony's quick move might change everything for Hailie and his team. Hailie Deegan recently secured a multi-year contract with AM Racing. She'll be driving in the Xfinity Series, driving the number 15 Mustang. Her rise to this position isn't just about her driving skills. While Hailie has talent, it was her strong social media presence that helped her get noticed. Her journey in the Truck Series didn't see her often on the podium. People say her entry into NASCAR was influenced more by her online activities than her track record. Tony Stewart, a big name in NASCAR, mentioned that social media played a part in her getting noticed. Hailie herself has admitted this. Her fiancé, Chase Cabri, also played a role. AM Racing contacted him first and he helped set things up for her. Hailie worried about driver introductions and other details. Meanwhile, Chase was working behind the scenes to secure her future. Her social media presence has also helped in getting sponsorship deals. Hailie's new role with AM Racing shows how much the sport values social media and connections. Even though driving skill is important, her online presence and support from Chase made a big difference. Her deal with AM Racing is a significant step in her career. It shows that in today's world, drivers need more than just talent. Hailie's story highlights the power of social media in modern sports. Her journey is interesting because it combines talent with modern ways of getting noticed. The Xfinity Series will be watching to see how Hailie performs. For now, she's ready to take on new challenges with AM Racing. This multi-year deal marks a new chapter in her career. For fans, it's exciting to see how Hailie will do in the Xfinity Series. The combination of her skills and social media savvy has set her up for success. With her new deal, Hailie's racing future looks bright. The price of this opportunity is just not in dollars, but also in effort and strategy. Hailie Deegan's journey into the Xfinity Series is an interesting mix of speed, her fiancé's support, and social media magic. She shared her story on the Money Lab podcast with Parker Kligerman and Landon Castle. Hailie explained how her Xfinity dreams became reality, and her fiancé Chase Cabri played a key role.
The story goes back to at COTA during the truck race there. I was headed driver intros, and my now fiance Chase was walking around the garage with his camera and stuff. We were about to head to intros, and someone pulled him in one of the Xfinity haulers. It was guys from AM Racing, and they started talking to him about this opportunity because they didn't know really how to get a hold of me. And so they started talking to Chase about it, and I'm texting Chase. I'm like, dude, intros are starting. Where are you? Like, we got to film this. Like, where are you at? And he's like, it's important. I'll be over there in a little bit. And I'm like, what is so important? I'm really glad that I didn't talk him out of going into that meeting to go film intros. And so it definitely, that's where everything started from. And it just took off from there. And we started conversations, a lot of dinner meetings. And next thing you know, I'm racing Xfinity full time.
This new chapter in her career came about through a combination of her skills, her fiancé's support, and her social media presence. Tony Stewart, a co-owner of a NASCAR team, has been vocal about Hailie's actions on the track. He believes racing should focus more on talent than family connections. Stewart's frustration grew after an incident in Nashville involving Hailie and Lawless Alan. Hailie caused a collision that led to Alan hitting the wall and retiring from the race. Jack Wood also got caught in the chaos. Stewart made it clear that he thought Hailie was at fault. He emphasized the need for drivers who understand racing strategy, not just those who can drive fast.
So that's the advice that I give to kids and their parents. It's, you know, we're in this era where we're seeing kids at 12, 14 years old driving late models, which I think is ludicrous. I don't think there's any reason for it. There's nothing they're going to miss by waiting until they're 16 or 18 to get in full-size race cars, and their bodies aren't mature, their minds aren't mature. You know, I don't understand the rush. I want somebody that's had to go through hard times, somebody that knows what it takes to go up and down the road, that mentally is stable and understands what it takes to compete at this level, and you know, knows how to sit there and not just go fast in the car, but how to put the race together and how to, you know when it's time to push, when it's not time to push. That's what
Hailie's performance in the NASCAR Truck Series has not met expectations. She started in the ARCA Menard Series West and did well enough to move to the ARCA Menard Series. Her performance there was solid but not outstanding. She then moved from David Gilliland Racing to Thor Sport Racing in 2023, a team known for champions like Ben Rhodes and Matt Crafton. Thor Sport Racing was expected to help Hailie improve. However, her results in 2023 were disappointing. She had only one top 10 finish, a 6th place finish at Texas Motor Speedway. In 13 races, she finished 20th or worse 8 times. In the last 3 races, she finished 28th or worse. These results show her struggles on the track. The high expectations for Hailie suffered due to her clashes with other drivers. Her teammates at Thor Sport Racing were all in the top 10 in points, highlighting the gap in performance. This contrast added to concerns about her future in racing. Hailie Deegan also faces the challenge of staying within the top 20 in the NASCAR series. The big question is whether she can overcome these hurdles and prove herself on the track. Last season, she showed promise in her lone NASCAR Xfinity Series start at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, finishing 13th in an SS Greenlight Racing car. This raises the question of where she should focus her efforts. Hailie has a massive 1.6 million followers on Instagram, making her a social media star in NASCAR. But it's not as easy as it looks.
You have a huge following. I was doing a little bit of research. I knew you were popular. You were the most popular driver in the Truck Series this year. But at the tip of your fingers, 5 million people. That's incredible. What an amazing following you have.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it comes with a lot of work, a lot of time and effort that's put into social media, but there's a value in it. For that reason, that's why I'm able to pull sponsors, and certain sponsors that wouldn't be a part of NASCAR come in because of my social media following. You kind of get them hooked on it. It's a good grabber.
Now, if we take a look at her past, then Hailie Deegan is known for aggressive moves on the track. All 3 of her wins in the K&N Pro Series West involve contact with other cars. In her last win, she even spun out her teammate. In 2018 at Roseville, after her first victory, Deegan was penalized 1 lap for contact with Trevor Huddleston. In her ARCA debut in 2019 at Toledo, she finished last after a collision with Joe Graff Jr. and declared she was done playing nice. Her rough driving at Gateway led to a heated argument with series veteran Todd Souza, who called her behavior disrespectful and likened her to a spoiled child. In the 2020 season-opening ARCA race at Daytona, Deegan's aggressive bump drafting nearly caused her teammate Tanner Gray to spin. Despite her spotter advising her to ease up, she later sent Chuck Hires into the wall. Later that season at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, Deegan received a warning for her rough driving after spinning out 2 cars in the first 70 laps. Deegan's aggressive style has also brought both criticism and excitement to her racing career. It's also kept her in the spotlight, attracting attention from fans and sponsors alike. Well, that's all for today's episode. Now, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to the channel for more upcoming updates.